You're listening to Saturday Morning Media. And now, back to our show. Elf Centered is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons. To support the show and hear new episodes before anyone else, become a patron. Visit patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media for more information. And thank you for your support. That is a serious issue. You got to go over and see Dr. Burns.
I ain't seen that guy. Dr. Burns? They don't call him Dr. Burns, the tooth detective, for nothing. He's always searching your teeth.
Dr. Burns, the tooth detective.
I'd never heard that before. Well, welcome to Elf Centered, everybody. My name is Gavin.
Oh, my name is Beatrice.
I'm Gary.
And we're all feeling good here. We are feeling happy. Woo! We are feeling relaxed because Christmas is over with for another year. We did it.
Yes. Oh.
And
I never poured so much hot cocoa in my life.
Really?
Oh.
Do you still have a taste for hot cocoa?
No.
Will you? No?
No, I don't. I never want to see another cup of brown water ever again.
What if brown water? That's
yeah.
Quite a
appetizing.
Yeah, a way to describe it.
Well, man, at the end of it, we were running out. Don't tell anybody, because we were running out of cocoa. We were putting in all kinds of stuff. We put in the whole bark. We crushed it up, some old bark. Anything that's old leather shoes.
La 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 la.
My gosh.
Not listening.
I'm a little nervous because I drank a lot of hot chocolate.
Reindeer fur.
Oh la la la. Oh, reindeer fur. No wonder I had that allergic reaction the last time I came in and got hot cocoa off you.
What?
I sneezed for 36 hours straight and my throat swelled up. Remember, I tried to call you and you couldn't even hear me. I was trying to do Morse code over the phone.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't speak and I needed to
because that was
Gavin urgently.
That was the day of the annual caroling. We were going to go around go caroling and you couldn't sing.
Is that why you didn't go?
Yes, that's why I didn't go, and I was doing Morse code to Gavin. Although I haven't done it for so long, so instead of telling him that I had a sore throat and I couldn't go,
you said you needed a new coat, and so I bought you that coat for Christmas. Which
actually, I'm wearing it right now. And
it looks good,
really comfortable.
Oh, it's got a sailor vibe to it. Is that a pea coat?
Yes, it's a pea coat. So, the one time when actually getting your Morse code wrong worked in my favor.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it.
But we did miss you at the caroling because no one could hit the high notes.
Well,
you are the high note queen.
I'm
right.
The high note queen.
Yeah, I think I had to goose somebody to get him to hit close to it.
Yeah.
I had goosed Mr. Barrow. But I wasn't standing right next to him. I was behind somebody that was standing next to him. And then I sneaked up behind him and I gave him a goose on his cheeks.
Yeah.
On the back cheeks.
Yeah, we know what giving somebody goosing somebody means.
Oh boy.
And he hit some high notes.
Oh
then
boy.
But the carols were more exciting. Some of the words were wrong. Some of them were strange.
Yeah.
Some of them were foul.
I had never heard four-letter words work their way into Silent Night.
Yeah,
but somehow
Herald Angel.
Easy. We are on the radio. Yeah.
Right.
But goosing Mr. Barrow certainly didn't.
Well, luckily they thought that the other person did it.
Good,
right.
Because come
you're back in the caves.
Reassignment time. You'll find yourself underground.
Heck, man, I'd like to be out of I'm looking forward to not having to do my job anymore. Supervising is tough.
Well, that's what I was going to ask is what if Santa says, you know what? This was our best year ever. Everyone's staying at their same jobs.
I'm joining the Leprechaun Union then. I'm going to Ireland.
Really? You would do something that drastic? Just because of hot cocoa?
It was horrible. Maybe if I wasn't the supervisor, but I had people mutinying. I think people were selling the cocoa on the black market or the brown market, and that's why we ran out.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't do anything I said. I don't know about you, Beatrice. You're the supervisor too over there, but boy, they would come in when they wanted, and I'd start. I remember saying, "Hey, look, you got to stay late and they'd just tell me no." And then I started going outside, and then I started noticing that my sleigh had some flat sleds. Sleigh, not the tires, but the sleigh part. Somebody was airing them out.
Well,
Wow.
when I think of things being sold on the black market, I don't mean to judge this, but I think of your penguins. Because your penguins have been known to be
Exactly.
notoriously and
Well, you got a point. They do.
Yep.
They do have some nefarious ideas floating around their head. That's for sure. That's true.
is Bordy still with you?
Bordy has been deported.
Bordy has been deported.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
no.
talked to the FBI and he discovered his true identity. And that he,
True identity? Mm-hmm. He was not a penguin?
Heck no. He had us all fooled. I mean, I know, like, when he came in the other month.
Yeah. His drums, his steel drumming
steel
was
drum
amazing.
amazing. And you think, where would a penguin learn how to drum like that? And his feet were so big and yellow. They were like, he looked kind of like one. And I thought, well, maybe he's just from the southern hemispheres and they look a little different. But I remember they strip searched him. The FBI strip searched him. And I couldn't believe it. I almost lost my lunch because he took his feet off.
Oh, good
But it took
grief.
his feet off. Now, when his feet they weren't actually feet; they were yellow boots, and he had blue feet, blue legs and blue feet, light blue.
Well,
He was
what
a,
is he if he's not a penguin?
he was a blue-legged booby, blue-footed booby.
Blue-footed booby.
What is a
blue-footed booby.
blue-footed booby?
He's from Jamaica. They lived down there.
He was trying to infiltrate the...
He wanted to come up. He until the day he left, he was still claiming he was inside. He was a penguin.
He identified as a
He
penguin.
identified as a penguin.
Right.
Oh, well, then that's sad. If he identified as the penguin and they outed him as a blue-footed booby and his dream was to live up here in the North Pole, that's sad then.
It is
That's a
sad.
sad story. So he wasn't doing anything nefarious. He just wanted a life of freedom to be himself.
I think he could have done that down there in Jamaica.
I think that if he would have gone through maybe, not saying what he did was inappropriate, but if he would have gone through proper channels, Santa would have been like, yeah, sure. Hey, can you do the work? All right, get up here. Like you're a penguin. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll believe you.
Remember, like 2 years ago, there was a hippo that he was up here, and
Oh, that
he
hippo.
remember,
Oh.
and he was dressed in a white fur, rabbit fur coat. I don't feel bad for the rabbits, but covered him up, and he came in, and he was a polar bear. And Santa said, "Hey, he can't." And everybody was like, well, "What's up with this guy?" I mean,
It's obviously a hippopotamus in a fursuit.
in a
Yeah.
fursuit. And Santa said, "Hey, look, he came through. He came through and did the paperwork. Fine." And that was it. And,
What was his name? That hippo polar bear.
it's Courtney.
Courtney, that's right. And when the kids would laugh because they thought he was a girl hippo and he was a boy hippo. But what I remember the most is we were recording an episode and I looked out of the window and Courtney was giving all those little kids rides on his back.
The little elf children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really...
Which you'd feel nervous. I mean, because a hippo compared to us is huge.
Oh.
But to our kid or to elf
He
children
had like
is like
100 kids on his back.
I know, ginormous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is nice that Courtney's legend lives on, and that the song "I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas" was written about him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In his
inspired by him. Yeah, but it's I guess ironic, or I don't know if ironic or whatever's the word, but that he wanted to be a polar bear for Christmas. He didn't want to be a hippopotamus, but
Right, it kind of put him off a little bit because the song was supposed to be endearing, but like he didn't like it. But that that's the lore of
love
a
that song.
good holiday song.
yeah.
I hope they play that at our big do.
The big party tonight.
Yeah, I hope they play. I'm gonna request that from the DJ.
Yeah, did you remember how it goes?
Um,
What's that first line? First line of that.
Of "I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas."
Yeah.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Oh, that's right.
That's how it starts. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Only a hippopotamus would do.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Please make it happen, Dad. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. If I don't get it, I'll be sad.
These are alternate lyrics that I have never heard before of the I Want a Hippopotamus. This is like a slow ballad version. This is nice.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you guys should write a sequel.
Yeah.
That was great. Is that one you guys working on?
Well, we sometimes when we're doing our chores around the
When I
the
come to
old
move our
canteen,
couch again.
or you come to move my couch again, we'll break out into song.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, are you excited for our special guests tonight? Smash Mouth are going to be performing at the party.
Smash Mouth?
Smash Mouth. Yeah, I don't know how they got them.
How did they get Smash Mouth?
Because I looked at their tour schedule. They are playing so many fairs and like county and city fair. I don't know how Santa got Smash Mouth, but they're going to be here.
Oh man,
That's
I love
exciting.
their number one hit.
All Star?
Yeah.
All Star? Yeah.
Yep. And Beatrice and I love making up new song lyrics for All Star. We did.
Really?
Yep.
I would love to hear.
Hey now, I'm a mall star. Get your shop on, get paid. Hey now, I'm a mall star. Go to the food court,
I love
get
this song.
fed.
I
All
think-
my chicken is gold, fried in some oil made of gold. Hey now, I'm a mall star. Get your shop on.
Listen, here's what you got to do. I don't mean to interrupt your song, but I have a brilliant idea. You know me, I'm the idea guy, right?
You are the idea guy.
Listen, you need to get this song over to the North Pole Mall. Now, you know that mall is hurting, right? Like
Oh, yeah,
the
nobody's-
stores have left that thing. You got to get them to take this as their song. They start using this song in their advertising. That place is going to be back like nothing.
You think like, it'll be back?
I think so. I think if you say, listen, if you can tonight, I wonder how we could do this, but get backstage and get Smash Mouth to sing your version, your Mall Star version.
You know what I think?
bring everything back.
I've heard that the lead singer, he's usually he's not completely with it when, quote unquote, air quotes, with it when he goes on stage every night, because he's just so tired of it all. He's got to amp himself up on Mountain Dew or something. I could slip in the lyrics because he has to read them off a prompter thing.
Got it.
I could slip in the new lyrics and then have him sing that.
I love it.
And then record it.
And then I think the
And
mall
then
is
I
back
could
in business.
blackmail him.
Well, all right.
and
Listen,
then
I
we
think,
all right.
I think.
Gary.
First of all, this is going out over the air, and secondly, I think maybe just trying to get the lyrics to him would be a good idea. But
Okay, you're the ideas, man.
here's the other question about Smash Mouth. You know that when we usually have performers up here, like Phil Collins a couple years ago, the amazing Phil Collins concert, is Smash Mouth? Are they elves?
It's be the first time
They're not
performing.
elves, are they?
Well, Phil Collins,
Well, Phil Collins is definitely an elf.
right?
Yeah, but Phil Collins is small.
We found out Prince was an elf.
Yeah.
Who else was an elf? Oh, Julia Louis-Dreyfus was an elf.
Patsy Cline.
Yep. Ella Fitzgerald was an elf, and nobody can tell me different. But she was. But people say no, she was an elf. She
Right,
an
it was
elf.
like a printing error because it was Alpha Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
And it was a printing, someone
Yeah, they
misheard
say
it.
it was a printing error, but I think,
Yeah.
in my conspiracy theorist mind, I think that, hey, if we land on the moon, then Alpha Fitzgerald is an elf.
Yeah.
If you can tell me one thing, fool me once. It's okay, too bad. Fool me twice. Don't do that again. Fool me third time. I don't think that you should do that anymore. Fourth time, you really should stop. I'm gonna put on a lawsuit on you. Sue me. Trick me fifth time. Holy mackerel! I'm gonna change my name so you don't find me to fool me again. Fool me 6 times. Whew, man.
I think it's 6 times you need to get a new
Six,
friend.
six
I think
times is a
that's
charm.
when.
Six,
yeah.
that's the time, and then yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You let it go up to 6, huh? You have
Well-
a kind heart.
Well, and I'm a little forgetful.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, we want to give you the forecast for tonight's show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a beautiful night. There's going to be a light powdering of snow during the festivities tonight. And we just want to say a big congratulations to everyone for finishing another amazing year. Everyone was fantastic. And I hope that we don't get stuck in the same jobs, but I have a suspicion that Santa is going to come out and say this was the best year ever. I think he's going to say that. Because his mood around, because I've been doing some final cleanup work on the list, because the list has been used, but there's some adjustments, and you wouldn't believe this, but some kids the day after Christmas, they
went immediately on to
immediately go to the naughty list. Like, it's just like instantly.
Because they're ungrateful.
They don't write thank you notes. That's the biggest thing. Santa loves when kids write thank you notes after they get gifts. And if you don't start thinking about your thank you notes the day after, you get right over that naughty list. So it's just like some year-end cleanup stuff, and moving things. There were a couple spelling errors I found on the list, so just changing some of these last names, a little difficult.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when Smith is spelled with a Y.
Yeah, with an E in the end and all that stuff. Yeah, so a little cleanup. But Santa was in such a good mood. Like, he's like whistling around, and I caught him and Mrs. Claus like dancing. They were having a very sweet little. I Want a Hippopotamus was on the radio, and they were dancing to it. This nice little dance. But congratulations to everybody. I think that this is going to be the best year ever. I hope everyone enjoys Smash Mouth tonight at the party.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for listening, and we will talk to you next year, which, is just a day away, but next year. This has been Elf-Centered. My name is Gavin.
I'm Beatrice.
I'm Gary.
And we will see you later. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Hey, now, you're a new year. Get your new day on. Say, hey, now. A day later, last year, okay. All the New Year's are new.
This episode of Elf-Centered was completely improvised by Jayne Entwistle, Chris Sheets, and Grant Baciocco. Music for this episode by Kevin MacLeod. This episode was edited by Steven Staver. Elf-Centered is a production of Saturday Morning Media and made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons who've gone to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up a monthly pledge for as little as $1 a month. Patrons get new episodes before they are released, behind-the-scenes information, and exclusive bonus content. If you'd like to support this show and the other fun content from Saturday Morning Media, become a patron. Head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up your monthly pledge today. You can also tell a friend about the show or leave the show a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thank you so much for listening. Elf-Centered is copyright 2018 Saturday Morning Media, Grant Baciocco, executive producer, all rights reserved. www.saturdaymorningmedia.com. You've been listening to Saturday Morning Media. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.